You tweeted the other day, William Nickel is someone the fan base is going to adore and others will hate to play against. Like, obviously, it seems pretty self-explanatory what kind of player he is, but what can you tell us about him? Wasn't he a 6th, 7th round pick too?
7th round pick this year. Very young player when he was drafted, and he had the added challenge of playing on a very deep team in London. So really until the playoffs, he did not get a lot of ice time, with quality line mates in quality situations. And actually when he did in the playoffs, he was quite good. He is a absolute buzzsaw on the ice. He never quits. He's an incredibly quick skater, strong skater, quick skater, pain in the ass to play against in a 200-foot game. The question I think really for me in his draft year was, could he score? And, he's almost a point a game player this year. So, for a 7th round pick, that's really good numbers on a very good team. Played last night or the night before as a second line center. So he's moved up the ranks there, and he's just what the Oiler fans are going to like about him is he doesn't take 1 second of one shift off, let alone one shift.
I do like that. Does sound good. I mean, finding a way to get quality, call them bottom 6 guys in this lineup over the next 3 to 5 years on ELCs when you have all the big money extensions kicking in that are going to kick in. Like, ELCs with the cap shooting up are going to get more and more valuable in a way because it's still just such it's going to be a smaller and smaller fraction of the cap. So like having guys like that, developing players who can play a role for you, like it's going to be, and it's obvious to say it, but like it's going to be massive for this organization when it comes to stretching this window open, right?
Yeah, I would say ELCs, and I would say, these contracts that are sub 2 million, right? I really think, I've repeated this probably ad nauseum, that I think the NHL salary cap is really transitioning to the NBA style of salary cap, where those top end players are going to get a disproportionate amount of the cap. And those teams that can find those contributing players at those bargain basement salary numbers, I mean, you have a massive advantage when it comes to trade deadline, off-season trades, all of that type of stuff. It's, so between ELCs and, these UFAs that are, sub 2 million, I think you can make a lot of hay there.
Yeah.
What do you?
Go ahead, Liam.
I'm going to continue the draft conversation because that's what I love to talk about. What do you make of this class that the Oilers just had? Like, obviously a lot of the picks were much later, but it seems like it's not too bad, all things considered.
Oh, I think this is one of their better classes in the last 10 years, if not their best. It's an incredibly deep class. They are getting there are kids like Connor Clattenburg, who probably turns pro next year, who's going to make an immediate impact in the pro game. Again, these feel very analytical in terms of what they've picked. Clattenburg was an overager, but big body, skate well, tough as nails. And they made a bet that he could score, and he's proving them right. He can score. And so he's going to turn pro. He's going to turn pro earlier than, your normal draft plus one does. That gives him some opportunity to develop quicker. They obviously traded up for Sam O'Reilly. That pick looks like that's going to be a very good pick. The goalie, Vinny, I mean, he's got the back injury issues, so we'll see where it goes. But the skater selections this year for them, absolutely outstanding.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.